to you in part by Medican, a prescription for change.
It's that time in the show where we check in with our news anchor, Pat Finnerty, to update us on breaking cannabis news and information. Tonight, he takes a look at a case that could change the landscape for medical cannabis law on a federal level, affecting all 50 states. Pat?
Good evening, Southern California. Steele Smith is the central figure in what is being called the most significant medical marijuana case in American history. Now, the ongoing battle between federal and state legislation of medical cannabis has come to a head in the trial of Steele Smith, the owner of a legal California nonprofit patient collective, along with his wife, 2 other colleagues. Now, while 14 states have legalized the use of cannabis for medical reasons, the federal government is intent on pursuing it as an illegal and dangerous narcotic. This pivotal trial, however, may prove a turning point in California and set a national precedent. Now, the federal judge on the case, the Honorable Cormac J. Carney, has already made history by allowing the first ever affirmative medical cannabis defense in federal court. The ruling of this judge and jury could very well overturn the backward U.S. laws on cannabis that have been hindering progress in our nation for so long. Now, I was at a rally last month held for Mr. Smith and had the opportunity to speak with him.
Well, Steele, can you tell me a little bit about the charges that are actually against you at the moment?
Well, we're facing a single count indictment for cultivation. That is unique because most other cases to date have other charges of sales or possession or money laundering or tax evasion. We don't have any of those other charges. It is solely a single count indictment for cultivation. The right to cultivate is inextricably tied with the right to medicate as a patient. If you have the right to medicate, you need to supply that medication, and that obviously means cultivation. So therein kind of lies the catch-22. We believe it's because we were duly organized as a legitimate Prop 215 following Jerry Brown's guidelines and duly organized as a nonprofit. So with that, the other factor that I would say is very unique in this case is that the judge, for the first time, is allowing us to present a medical defense. Now, this isn't a legal defense, but it is we are going to be allowed to testify in the jury box as to the nature of our business and that we were operating under Proposition 215 and not just drug dealers as the DEA is going to portray us.
Now, that is a first in cases of this sort.
As a patient, I needed to learn about Proposition 215 and Health and Safety Code 11367.5, and in seeking access for safe access for myself as a patient, I realized that there were no collectives or dispensaries in Orange County. So as a business owner myself of a marketing firm for 14 years and an entrepreneurial spirit, I not only identified a need, but filled it. As the founding president of Orange County ASA and a true believer in providing safe access, I think that when the jury finds out and understands that we were a collective duly organized under Prop 215, that they're going to have trouble convicting us. They're not hearing a typical case of somebody with an illegal and clandestine grow, rather an operation that was very professional and providing safe access to the patients of Orange County. So I think when the jury understands that and understands the unique nature of this case, that they will not treat us as juries have in the past. Standing right here, right now, we don't have to continue to go through this. We have a current offer on the table from the U.S. government for time served. So we could call our attorneys right now and say, we take the time served, we give up, make this to be over with and go home. But because we feel that the issues are important and need to be adjudicated, we're not taking that deal and are going to press forward. So our current trial date is April 27th at 8 a.m. here at the federal court in Santa Ana. And if we could ask anybody anything, it would be to please
come out and support us.
Come out and support us.
Please.
Come to the rally. This is where the battleground's being fought, right here.
We're fighting for our rights, and we're fighting for medical marijuana patients.